Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your social media compass. My name is Jacqueline Baker, and I'm very excited because I have not one, but two lovely guests today. I have my new friends, Amy and Zoe. How are you guys doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Doing
Good.
great. Thanks for having us.
Of course. Yeah, we're going to have an amazing conversation today all about marketing, Rosie's, all the good stuff. So, before we officially dive in, can you tell us your names, what you do, all the good stuff?
I'll go first. So I'm Zoe, and I am a marketer and someone who has a lot of really big, bold ideas.
And I am Amy Altwerger, and I am lucky to be co-CEO with Zoe. And I am somebody who has spent a long time working in HR. And I've recently discovered that I love marketing because I really understand people. And we're doing some really amazing things with that.
Love to hear that. So, you two are business partners, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, tell me a bit about that.
So I came up with the idea for Rosie's Roadshow in July 2023, which was just after my grandmother passed away. And I came up with it because I thought that things needed to be better. Amy came along for the ride in all of the most amazing ways. And I'm going to let Amy continue.
So for me, when I met Zoe, she was actually a candidate of mine, and the job wasn't for her, but we connected immediately. And when Zoe told me about her big idea, instantly I knew how important Rosie's Roadshow is for me and my family, for the employees that I wish I could have helped more during my time as an HR practitioner, and for all the other people that I don't even know. And so for me, I just wanted to help my friends, and I wanted Rosie's to succeed. And I fell in love, and here we are more than a year later, and we're doing incredible things, and we're just getting started.
It's so interesting how the people we meet can have such an impact on our lives, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's it's part of my favorite part of our story is how it just felt like it was meant to be. We're meant to do good work.
We clicked into place not only because of our skill sets, but also because of our emotional connection. And when skill sets and genuine, empathetic appreciation come together, a lot of really cool things can happen. And Amy allowed me to experience building a business in a whole new way.
That is fantastic, and I love that. So, remind me, the initiative is only about a year old?
It's just over a year old. Yeah, and just for your listeners, this is my second go at being a founder, this time a co-founder or a co-CEO, which has been just wonderful. I ran a marketing agency for about 8 years in a past life. So Rosie's is different, but there's so many lessons that each of us have learned from our previous careers and our previous experiences that we're bringing to this new business.
100%. I feel for myself personally, every few weeks, I feel like I learn something new, like significantly new, where I'm like, how did I not know this 2 weeks ago? Like, this is changing my life.
I'd say every day.
Yeah, it's
I mean, like the big stuff. I learn like little things every day, but it's like the really big things where I'm like, wow.
yeah. And then sometimes I like to bring all those little learning moments and like gather it together to be like, oh, that was huge. I need to go lie down, but wow, look how far we have come through those little lessons.
I know. That's why I'm personally a fan of podcasts and YouTube and avenues like that. So I'll just listen to things when I'm doing other work and I see, what resonates with me, what I can implement into what I do every day.
Nice. Well, hopefully someone's listening to this and they can implement something they're about to hear us say. Whew, fingers crossed.
Yeah, because you're both amazing in marketing. So give us some secrets.
I'm going to start because I'm not a marketer. I'm somebody who loves seeing how people are able to take a goal or a concept, like a product or service, and then build it into a marketing strategy. For me, what I've been learning is the most important thing when you're working with people is to find a way to connect to them in a very authentic way. And that's inclusive of creating a space where people can show up as they are. And so if you're able to achieve that, that unlocks the doors for so many other things.
Something that I think I would add to that, beautifully said, Amy, is that I have had a lot of experience with companies asking me to help them position their HR department or their company in a way that attracts talent. So it's obviously also about customers, but customers are becoming more and more discerning of the companies they're working with. And that means that companies who have a strong, vibrant, vital internal culture where the employees are happy are actually attracting not only better talent, but also retaining customers. So we're really seeing a shift today where people are just feeling, who do I trust? What do I do with my money and my energy? And what companies should I spend time and energy with? The customers are looking also to the experiences of the employees. So if those employees are saying bad things about the company, that is going to affect your bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say it's really important to think holistically about your marketing strategy. Is how you're behaving, showing up online and at your events and in all of your marketing executions in a way that customers and employees feel good about? And then I would take it one step further. Is it just marketing, or is it actually the footprint of your company? And I just think that marketing, obviously I'm in marketing, I'm a strategist, but this speaks to so much about the heart of a business.
That was very well said. Yeah, that was very well said. I really appreciate that. And I completely agree. Like before I'm about to work with the company, I do my homework. I'm like, what are they posting on LinkedIn? Is there anything even on Reddit? Like, I want to know, what I'm getting into, you could say. Like, is this going to be an investment?
It's called conscious consumerism or conscious capitalism. We're making decisions for more than one reason. The company should be profitable because it's a well-run company, but that means that shouldn't come at the cost of people or the planet. And how do you actually do it and not say you're doing it?
Wise words. I love that. What do you think, Amy?
I agree. For me, I always look through the HR lens just because I was doing it for so long. And whenever I go into different companies, I can tell right away how the company is being run from a people perspective based on how I interact with the employees. So be it at a store, a hospital, an office place, you can learn a lot from interacting with people, and people need a lot more than ever before. And so that's looking at the retention of talent. It's looking at allowing people to feel like it's not just a job, it's a place that they belong. And this is something that a lot of companies, unfortunately, are struggling with, as we have in our mindset that we're so different at different ages. Those Gen Xers, those millennials, those baby boomers. But in essence, we're all people. And we need to remember, how do we connect with each other on a human level in order to accomplish our shared goals and also our personal interests. So I love what Zoe says because it fits into the HR people model at the same time. because we're all one and the same.
So something that happens, Jacqueline, when we run a Rosie's Roadshow is that people don't really know what to expect because what we're doing is a little bit different. And at first, I think people are like, huh? This isn't a room full of older adults. There's like a 20-year-old over there. There's a 45-year-old over there who looks like she's had no sleep. Like, and there's an 85-year-old who I don't think I'd ever otherwise talk to an 85-year-old unless I was like volunteering at an old age home. But these are all vibrant humans. And when we ask questions to them like, what is your dream for the future? And we remember to focus on what we have in common, suddenly people start to look at each other and connect. And the outcomes of that, while it sounds, maybe not serious, the serious outcomes of that are less isolation. The outcomes of that are better performance because we feel better about ourselves. The outcomes of that are less time missing work because we have resources available and we know we can trust these solution providers that Rosie's has put together. It's really marketing is really easy when you believe in what you're doing.
I completely agree with you. Because if you don't believe in what you're doing, you don't have the motivation to keep doing it or tell other people why it's so amazing.
Well, if you don't believe in it, who else is going to
Yeah.
believe in it, right?
Exactly. And it's also like a matter of getting started before you're ready, because it's so easy to put off, day-to-day activities because you feel like it may not be 120% perfect. But you kind of just have to do what you can with what you have. And in time, you're just going to keep improving.
I always say in marketing. Yeah, go ahead, Amy.
Yeah. I say to my kids, unfortunately, I'm in my 40s and I'm finally starting to understand practice is not perfection. Practice is progress. And that is what I'm trying to teach my kids as I'm learning it myself. And I really believe that is what we do in Rosie's. And we don't hold ourselves to impossible measures that we can't achieve, but we know that we can learn and we will always get better.
Yeah, like even for this podcast, I started pitching guests when I had one episode and I got fantastic feedback.
That's what it's all about. Listen, life is like one big experiment. So we're curious and we approach marketing and business building with that same experimentation and curiosity and just saying like, all right, obviously you need to know your numbers. You need to know how you're going to pay yourself. You need to be practical. But also when it's a joy, it seems to be that, and you're smart, good things can happen when you're strategic, intentional, and joyful and curious. Really cool things can start to happen.
I completely agree. Because so far, I think I've filmed maybe about 10 or 15 episodes, and I've learned so much. I've had like the pleasure of having amazing conversations, and I'm very happy about that.
Right. You're the example. Look what curiosity can get to, right?
Yeah, like this conversation, for example.
And now everyone's going to listen to it. So I did we answer your questions? Are there any others for today?
Yeah. What can we all expect from you two in the future? What are the goals?
So I'm going to start. So I'm learning that I am a dreamer. I'm learning that I think about possibilities instead of why it doesn't work. And so I can think really far in the future, but I'm going to focus on 2025 for now. In 2025, we are going to be doing 12 business-to-business events throughout Southern Ontario. And we are bringing together business leaders who are decision makers and influencers who are able to understand, why does this matter all of a sudden? Why do we care about helping and supporting our employees and our clients and our customer base in aging in terms of retirement preparedness and also supporting loved ones. Why does it matter? And so it's really first step is building the awareness, understanding what happens if we don't do anything. What are the consequences? And what happens if we do? What are the ripple effects? So we have 12 of those. It's going to be paired with 12 virtual events as well. And then in the spring, summer, we're going to be doing an event for the public, a larger one. And then in the fall of 2025, we'll be doing another one. So we're going to be busy. And I think it's going to be incredible.
Exciting. Very exciting. How could we get in touch with you? What's the best way to connect with you two?
We're both kind of obsessed with LinkedIn. So I would say that, you'll find our names in this episode somewhere. So link us in the episode to LinkedIn. And of course, rosiesroadshow.com. If you're interested in hosting a Rosie's or sponsoring us in what we're doing, we'd be so happy to welcome you to our community and our ecosystem. But yeah, just reach out. Quick DM can go a long way.
I also want to add some of us who learn when sometimes people don't understand Rosie's right away because we're different. And we have some incredible videos on our website and also on LinkedIn. So if you're curious, I think that is the word of the day. If you're curious to really get a feeling and understanding of what happens at those events, please check us out. Watch those videos.
Fantastic. Yes. So all of Amy and Zoe's information will be in the show notes. So you could easily go and support them. Check out the website, all the good stuff.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jacqueline.
Oh, of course. I really appreciate both of you for taking the time. Yeah. And thank you to everyone so much for listening. I hope you learned something. I certainly did. And until next time, I'll see you all in the next episode.